up everybody, this is Mike, and today I want to show you my 5 favorite cinematic techniques that I use when flying my drone. When you go out there and you start shooting with your drone, you really don't want to keep focusing on the same old boring stuff. Get up in the air, rotate the camera a bit, go higher, go lower, go forward, go backwards. The battery is done and you land and that's it. Today I want to give you 5 ways to spice things up and play with the camera a bit so you can make whatever you're shooting look even better, even more interesting, and in the end, more pleasant to look at. The first type of shot that I want to talk about today is called the reveal shot, and it's a great way to introduce the location that you're going to film at. A nice way to start up your video is to start from way back and slowly go upwards by also rotating the camera upwards, so it slowly shows you the whole image, the whole area that you're going to shoot at. Another way to do the reveal shot is to stand behind some obstacle, maybe a branch or a large tree or something, and just go upwards or sideways, revealing the shot behind it and showing that there is some depth in that location, something is moving, something is happening, there is some flow into the shot. So it's a great way to keep the things rolling and make it a bit more interesting. Another of my favorite shots that I always want to include in my drone videos is called the low flying shot. This type of shot definitely gives a lot of sense of speed into your footage and shows how the drone actually is moving across your location. It also brings a very distinctive, unique perspective of showing things, as there is no way of a normal camera to move that quickly. So you definitely get the idea that this is a drone shot, but flying from very, very low altitude makes it more interesting to watch. Most people have this idea that you definitely need to fly your drone to get cinematic footage, but that's not really the case, because especially if you're on an area that has a lot of obstacles inside and you don't want to risk it, then why not take the drone in your hand and just use it as a gimbal and rotate it by yourself and just go forward or backwards with the drone by yourself. You can achieve some nice quality shots by doing so. You can capture some nice movement from the ground, and then you can jump in the air and show that same area from the air. That's a great perspective if you ask me, and that's another way to use the drone. Another technique that I want to talk about is called the bird's eye view, and it's very, very simple to do. You simply need to point the camera downwards as much as you can, and you can achieve this bird's eye view, bird's eye perspective. It gives you a nice look of the location around you, and my favorite way to use this technique is to shoot the beach, as it gives you a great view of the water, the waves and the sand, the way they flow together. I like to use this technique a lot, but the way to make it a bit more interesting is to chop the video a bit into different segments, as the whole video can be very, very long and gets boring very quickly for the viewer. So the way to make it a bit more interesting is to chop it into segments. The best way to do that is to start when you are a bit lower, show the location when you are at around 20 meters of height, then jump into a moment where you are already a bit higher, maybe 40 meters, and keep it synced with the music. That way the footage is flowing better and you don't really necessarily have to watch the entire thing, as long as the footage keeps moving and showing you stuff that's happening. It's interesting for the viewer, and at least for me it's a great way to shoot some of your videos. And the final technique, which many people underestimate, is to use the intelligent flight modes. You have to use those intelligent flight modes, especially if you are a one-man show like me. Most of the time I go out by myself and shoot by myself, so there's really no easy way to incorporate a human into my drone footage, as I'm the one that is flying the drone, and the only way for me to be included in the footage and not worry about crashing my drone is to use some of the intelligent flight modes. Now there is plenty of flight modes that you can use. You can use point of interest, you can use active track, Some of the quick shots on the Spark are also great for that. You simply need to draw a box over the person or the object that you want to circle around or follow. You need to put down the remote controller, take it easy, and enjoy the process and the nice footage that comes with it, as the intelligent flight modes are, in my opinion, very well made and are a nice way to spice things up a bit, and especially if you're alone, to include yourself into the footage as well, as filming nature and static objects all the time also gets boring. But especially if you're alone and you don't rely on another person that you can shoot, then you can include yourself into the footage and make it a bit more interesting. And there you have it, guys. Those are 5 techniques which are very, very easy to follow, very simple and very easy to use. Hopefully you will incorporate them in your videos if you haven't done so already. Make sure you comment below and let me know what you think about those techniques and what are your favorite ones to use when you shoot videos with your drone. That being said, I am expecting my DJI Mavic Air to arrive next week. I am starting to get very, very excited about this, and I'm going to make a lot of videos with that. Don't worry, I'm going to keep making videos on the Spark. I'm not going to leave that drone forever. I'm going to go back to the Spark and do more videos with it as much as I can. But let me know in the comments if you have any requests for videos that you want to see, and I'll be sure to make it happen. I'll see you very, very soon in my next video. Ciao!